Today's day 6. I played 4 games, and they didn't go that well, but it was still fun to play. I didn't really do puzzles. I learned like 33 new puzzles, but I didn't review any old puzzles. I'm just gonna do all the 100 new puzzles and then review them. But anyway, these 4 games were interesting. In the first game, I just screwed up. There was a line against my king, and there was a file against my king, and I let it happen. And I'll explain my reasoning a bit when we get to that. But here I thought, okay, it looks like I'm winning. Like, this looks kind of, I don't know, I just thought like this is a backwards pawn and it just looked good. And then here, this is my reasoning here. I was like, okay, this is a free bishop. Why wouldn't I take a free bishop? Bishops are better than knights most of the time. But the reason why this move lost me the game is because it opens up a file against my king. And then I check right into it right here. Oh, no, I don't. I mean, I castle. I didn't even castle into it. I didn't know how to deal with all of this. I saw, like, this threat here. If I castle, I saw this threat coming in, and I was like, I just did not know how to defend against it. And this was my move to defend against this. I had a better move to just attack the queen and get my rook active, I guess. And eventually I do that. I don't trade. I let my knight come out. And I just lose the game. There's just no defense. There's 2 center pawns attacking me. And this is like an instructive game for me. This is an instructive game to basically show me that I played like a 1650 apparently, but it's instructive to show me and hopefully you guys, if you need it, how opening files against your king is not a good thing. And that's what lost me the game here. Apparently this knight move didn't help either. If I took here, I guess I would be on the offensive here. Oops, that was an accident. And if I castled here, there is the line against me, but the queen is positioned a little bit differently. And I think the purpose here was to try to trade queens. Yeah, and block off the queen's access. And if the queen trades here, I also stop the pawn from coming in. But this is scary. There's 3 pawns coming in. So yeah, I misunderstood this threat. I thought I was winning because of backward pawns. So that was the first game. The second game, we go into this Caro-Kann, and I remember that taking when the bishop is closed off is the best move, but stupid me, that's the best move when your pawn is protected here. My pawn wasn't protected, my opponent didn't see it, I went to protect it on the next move, and eventually I pinned the knight to the king, castle, and I take. I take here, I think just, I don't remember why, but again, I'm helping my opponent get more pawns in the center. So, and I also saw this move a little later on, but I didn't see when to do it. And this is a very beautiful move because I'm attacking. If, let's say, I am able to take this bishop, this looks nice to attack later on. Or I could just get the free pawn, obviously. So, yeah, I don't know. I was more concentrated on the queen side because of that rook and the queen coming in, those threats. But yeah, the knight coming in there was still good. And actually, I think I would be able to trap the bishop here. Right? Here says FD8. Well, I guess it's not trapped because this would just be a trade. But this stops the pawn from pushing as well. Anyway, I get my knight into the position. I get his bishop, and then this was really nice. I think, what was his best move? Just pushing F6. I was just putting a lot of pressure on this diagonal. And he did the wrong move, and I took, and I think he had this idea of taking this pawn and at least being a pawn up and the queen coming into the position, but I smartly took with my rook here, and I saw that, so my queen could defend. And after this, my opponent just resigns. The third game, I rushed and screwed up. But it's a good lesson for never giving up, because watch how crazy this game became. Both of us blundered twice. Getting pieces, all of this. My opponent played really weird. He played like this. 1671, by the way. I don't know why I was versing a 1671. Makes no sense, but whatever. And here, I just thought I had this move. I was calculating lines, like if he takes, I could go like this, but then I realized this is a little annoying. But I could actually take with my knight. And I was like analyzing a bunch of moves. I thought the pawn move was good. He takes, I take, the bishop comes in. I saw the bishop coming in as well, and I saw I could just move back here. And I saw the knight could take, like I saw all of these moves. Like everything went well here. You know, surprisingly, everything was pretty good, just trading off everything. I castle, and then I guess I'm too inactive here. I don't know, I thought I was doing pretty well. I was supposed to play this move, which is just, I don't know, it looks kind of crazy to me, but I guess I'm letting the pawn be... This was my mistake the other day. I just let pawns get taken. Like, I don't value my pawns enough. And I thought here it's okay because I'm getting into the position here, and I could just, like, pick up everything. But my opponent's already in the position, so that's where I screwed up. And this looks like a nice tactic, but actually he could just defend his knights like this. And that would have been an even game, which is kind of crazy. But, yeah, I thought maybe I could attack the other knight, this knight with a pawn later on, and, like, I'm trying to attack it, and just nothing's working out. And, I'm just playing this really bad. And here I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this pawn, I'm going to take this pawn, I'm going to have this pawn. Like, I'm doing well. I didn't care that he takes this pawn. I was like, this is fine. And here, what an idiot me and my opponent both are. I didn't see this. I saw this checkmate, and I was like, shit, I just got mated. This is why you never give up. This is why you always pay attention, guys. Jesus Christ. Literally, like, the simplest hanging piece I could have just taken there, and I would have possibly win this game. You know, I'm still putting a lot of pressure. He just has two knights. I have a knight, bishop, and a rook, and I just did not see it. That was frustrating. The last, and he's a 1671. It's probably be one of my best wins. The last game here, we just rushed. I don't know why we rushed all the moves here. My opponent was rushing, so I started rushing. Here, my opponent missed something, which is a very easy tactic to see. I would have been losing here. It would have been up a piece because my knight stops the protection of the bishop. We both just missed it. I make the pawns connect, and this is beautiful. So I was looking at lines like this, and I was like, I don't want to be 2 pawns down, right? Because I'm thinking I can't just let pawns go for no reason. But what I didn't realize is that I actually trap the queen. I believe. Yeah, I do trap the queen. Like, there's no way he could get out here, which is just so beautiful. Like this, rook or queen takes, here the rook or queen takes, here the knight takes, here the pawn takes, here the queen takes, or the knight, you know, so he's forced to just take my rook. Anywhere he goes, I trapped him. I trapped the queen like a genius. But I didn't see it. See, I didn't see too easy. Like, I was looking at lines here, and I just I stupidly missed it. Even here, I had like stuff to like do, I guess. But whatever. We'll go in. I digress. I'm just like pushing his pieces back, and here I have this nice idea. Look how beautiful this. If he takes, I get mate. My opponent saw it though. Comes in with the knight. I take anyway. He takes the pawn. I take the other pawn, and here, I was looking at this before, like, oh, can I sack the rook? But I didn't realize I could just take the queen when the queen moved to that position. I didn't look at that line then. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my rooks there. It's gonna be a good time. Everything's gonna be good. I'm gonna check him, and I completely missed that the knight just takes. The knight took, and then I get super lucky here. I knew that the second the queen moves out of the way, I'm winning. And for some reason, my opponent forgot. Was just trying to go for, like... This is not even a checkmate, right? Like, let's say I did something like this. This is not even a checkmate. This is just annoying. Obviously, he's winning. My attack goes away. But, yeah, he just missed my checkmate threat, and I won. So those are my 4 games. Well, I don't know why. I was feeling, like, low energy the last 3 games or so. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.